Hello everyone, and welcome to part 3 of the April Break series. In this part, you will see me do something that I've wanted to do for honestly probably almost 10 years now, and that is to chase the New York and Atlantic RS70/71 along their journey on the Ronkonkoma and Greenport lines. Here we begin at the Brentwood-Long Island Railroad station on the Ronkonkoma line, where you'll see a couple passenger trains come through before the New York and Atlantic RS70 will rev up out of NYAR and pass on through. I really hope you will all enjoy this video as much as I enjoyed making it, and throughout the video, I'll try to explain what happens in each clip. Here first is train 1925 to Penn, meeting train 2014 to Ronkonkoma as they depart. Here is train 1927 departing towards Penn, and before the RS70 can depart, you must basically always wait for a Penn Station train to clear, since they head east on the westbound track for a little bit after Pine Air. After this train departs, up next you'll see the New York and Atlantic RS70. Now that train 1927 had departed, the New York and Atlantic RS70 was up next with engines 271 and 155, with a pretty standard train consisting of some scrap gondolas for Gershaw and some hoppers bound for the Brookhaven Rail Terminal. I was lucky enough to also get a shave and a haircut from the nice engineer. I always love seeing the RS70, but since it's a pretty far drive out to here, I don't always get to catch it that often, so I was really fortunate I could see it here. This was an awesome catch, but the action was only beginning. Here I am now at the Medford Long Island Railroad station on the Greenport branch. The Medford station is the first stop on this line after the Ronkonkoma, and is served by the Greenport Scoot. Although, on this day due to track work, the Greenport Scoot was being replaced by bus service, so the New York and Atlantic RS70 was the only train east of Ronkonkoma today. The Medford station is a station I've always wanted to come to, but I've never gotten the chance, and in my opinion, it's a really awesome station that serves as a great spot to catch the New York and Atlantic at. After waiting around for a while since the New York and Atlantic had to go slow due to track work, the RS70 crept its way through Medford, headed to Gershaw to switch the Industry, which is just east of the station. After they rolled through Medford, I headed up to the Yaphank station, another really cool spot to catch the New York and Atlantic at and get some really cool shots of them running the engines around, and you can even get some switching there too. They ended up switching Kershaw first, so in this following clip, you'll see all the cars bound for Brookhaven Rail Terminal coming into Yaphank first, for the New York and Atlantic to run the engines around the train. In these following clips, you'll see the crew run the engines around the train in order to bring it back west, and I'll try to commentate on what they're doing in each clip. Here, in this clip, you can see the engines running around the cars in order to bring them to the opposite end of the train so they can run back west to switch them at Brookhaven Rail Terminal. After they've brought the engines almost all the way around, the conductor or brakeman will then walk down to the switch to manually throw it, which will allow them to come off the siding. and after they are properly coupled up to the cars, the crew and train are ready to head back west to switch the Brookhaven Rail Terminal. Now after this clip, there's a bit of a gap where the New York and Atlantic RS70 switched Brookhaven Rail Terminal and Gershaw, which did take a while. But here, in this clip, I headed back to Medford, and here you'll see right away the New York and Atlantic RS71 headed west with all their freight back to Pioneer Yard. I was very happy that I was able to see both the New York and Atlantic RS70 and 71 here at Medford after so long of wanting to come here. To wrap up this chase, I made my way back to Brentwood in order to catch the RS71 one more time. But up first, I caught a few passenger trains. Here is train 1955 to Penn with M9s. Now that all the passenger traffic was clear, the RS71 could proceed through Brentwood and then to their final destination of Pioneer Yard. So, enjoy this one final catch from an eventful day of rail fanning. There you have it, the complete chase of the New York and Atlantic RS70/71. I hope you all enjoyed this part 3 of the series, and if you did, please consider supporting my work. Stay tuned for parts 4 and 5/the finale to see some more really awesome catches. And lastly, thank you all for watching.